Hey guys, DPD here. On today's episode of Kotobukiya Bishoujo unboxings, we have the Baroness from G.I. Joe. So I mentioned this during my Scarlet review. These boxes are super sick. You know, they're very reminiscent of like a traditional G.I. Joe box back when G.I. Joe was first releasing. So I appreciate all these details. Look at this. The G.I. Joe logo up here, a bunch of little printouts up here, like, you know, Cobra Intelligence Officer, codename Baroness. There's a couple of cool details on the character that you're buying. It includes base, weapon replica. On the bottom here it says stylized by Shunya Yamashita. So this wonderful illustration of the Baroness is done by none other than Shun Yamashita, who does all the illustrations to Kotobukiya's Bishoujo line. Let's check out Shunya's interpretation of what the Baroness should look like. Very sexy. On the side here, you have a close-up look of the statue. Very nice. On the side of the box, you have a nice little look at some other G.I. Joe Bishoujo statues. So you have Lady Jane, that's coming out soon, and of course you got Scarlet, which I already unboxed, and it's already out. I appreciate that it says like now reporting for duty, you know, signaling that she's already out. Go buy her now. It also says more team members on the way, so expect to see more G.I. Joe statues coming up. On the bottom here, it has a little bio and some information about the Baroness. Let's go read it. Cobra Intelligence Officer, codename Baroness, primary military specialty intelligence, second military specialty fixed wing pilot, birthplace classified. The spoiled offspring of wealthy European aristocrats, the Baroness graduated from student radicalism into international terrorism and finally into the ranks of Cobra. She was severely burned during a Cobra night attack operation and has had extensive plastic surgery. I guess that explains her perfect face. Rumor has it she's the only one who knows Destro's secret identity. Qualified expert, M16, AK-47, RPG, Uzi, HISS, HIS tank operator. HISS tank operator, which is like some fictional tank from G.I. Joe. Her principal weakness is the division of her loyalty between Cobra Commander and Destro. Her chief strength would seem to lie in her ability to play them against each other. Alright, sounds about right. Oh, quick, let's look at the front of the box before we open it. You have the window up here, kind of shows the Baroness's face, and then, you know, you have a full look at the Baroness here and some close-ups on detail. Oh yeah, let's go open this guy up. So yeah, I never grew up watching G.I. Joe, like the cartoon show. The only one I watched was like G.I. Joe Extreme.
The odds are 1,000,000 to 1. And that's the way we like it!
But I did have G.I. Joe toys. I feel like G.I. Joe is probably one of the type of toys that you would have. So, alright. So on the bottom of the box here, it says Cobra Enemy, and then it has some like weird red and white grids on the side of the box. But we're not gonna talk about the box. We're gonna talk about the statue. Yeah. So let's open this up. Nice and slowly. So it seems like this statue has a couple of extra pieces here. It comes with an Uzi with an arm, or a hand. That's kind of, you gotta detach it. And it also comes with a silencer. So let's take this out. So yeah, it comes with a silencer as well that you can attach onto the Uzi. So I think that's it. Okay, cool. I love how she's like badass but like nerdy at the same time. I think that's like the appeal to Baroness. She has that like really cool like librarian look, you know what I'm saying? So let's, oh my god. Oh my god, look at her booty. Anyways, let's start with the base and then move on from the top, her face, the rest of the costume, and then we'll look at the little perverted pieces. Alright, so the base here, you have some like time, I don't know what kind of terrain this is. It's not desert. It looks more muddy than anything. Plus, like, you have like this track here from, I don't know what it could be. It could be like from a Humvee or a tank. I don't know what. And you have some rocks back here. It looks like some type of muddy ground terrain-ish. Definitely doesn't look like sand. And then let's zoom up here and look at her face. So that's the Baroness's face. Like, by looking at her, you can't help but like fall in love with her. Look at her. She looks so innocent and like, you know, she's like, can you please do my homework, or like, you know, do you need help, sir? I think the glasses. I think it's the glasses. I don't know if you could take these off. You can't. Okay, so the glasses are permanently in place. She does not look villainous at all. But I think that's the point of it, right? She's like some intelligent spy, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, let's look at her hair. So the first thing I noticed when I touched this was that these hair strands, you see these hair strands that comes over like her forearm? These are really loose, so you can actually move these around. See right here, you can move this, and I think the whole purpose of these hair strands being, being like kind of lightweight and loose is because they're going over her hair. And I think if they made these hair strands as solid as the rest of her hair, I think it'd probably snap during shipments or doing whatever. But I think this is also the first time you have an arm or some fingers going in one of these statues' hair, because usually they would make the hair one piece and then they would color it in. But this is, you have the hair piece here, which, by the way, look at the detail. It's almost like a Medusa. The hair kind of like is almost alive. It's pretty cool. All the clumps and strands of hair goes over other strands of hair. It almost looks like tentacles here, like snakes, like a bunch of snakes, because the cobra. Yeah, you see the detail on her arm guards here. You see the cobra logo, but back to the hair. The hair is most of the hair is like one piece, and then you have these 3 strands that are loose. 1, 2, 3 here. These are glued on, I think. But like the strands come off from the top of her hair, and they do a really good job, and still managing to put details on the top of the hair and the strands that come over her fingers and her arm. They don't look too loose, but I love how like wild it is back here. And then you can also see it from the front. So they do a really good job in adding the hair. The hair looks alive. It's pretty cool. I really like the details on the hair. Let's go back to the face. The glasses are transparent, but it's a little bit like plasticky, so you could see the difference. It's not too transparent. It just gives it depth to the glasses. You see the chest piece here. They added some lustery shine to the chest piece because it's supposed to be an armor piece. So a lot of details, and not just the sculpt itself, but a lot of details in the paint, because you can see here this is more of like a hardened leather that's underneath. Her bodysuits and leotard is more of like a rubbery material that's she should be wearing, because the shine that comes off of the light is a lot less lustrous than the one on here. So there's a lot more shimmer on her chest plate, because it's armor, it's supposed to be shiny, it's like steel, so you can see the light reflecting on the top part a lot more than the rest of the body. So I really like that detail in paint. I don't know what this is on the belt buckle, but it's some weird design. And then you got some pouches up around her belt. And then again, the Cobra logo on her arm guard. She's missing a hand. Let's put that hand on real quick. So just attach this and slowly. Usually the reason why they separate the arm and some pieces of the statue is because during shipment it might get ruined. They're very fragile. I can't speak today. They're delicate. They don't want to like just like throw everything on there and then like during shipment it breaks. That would not be cool. So yeah, and then we're gonna add the little silencer up here on the Uzi as well. And then there you go. So now she's holding her weapon. Pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's zoom back onto the statue of the Baroness. So I believe this is an Uzi. I'm not like a weapon expert, but I think this is an Uzi. And then they give you an attachment for the suppressor here. The boots, they don't give too much detail on the feet. There is just they just add some heels here, and then it goes up. It's more like I can't really separate the boot to the body suits here. I think this thing, the scale looking thing, is part of the boots, and then you have the kneecap here. I have no idea if like the boot is logically, I don't know if this boot is like separated or if this is just part of the entire bodysuit. I am not quite sure. I'm assuming it is part of the bodysuit because I don't see where the boot ends. Whatever. She still looks gorgeous. And then the final thing we'll talk about is the thick thighs in the booty. Notice the thigh, right? Notice the thigh fat that's like coming out of I don't know what this is, but like I guess the boot ends here. Okay, so I guess this entire piece is the boot. This entire thing here is the boot because the thigh kind of like comes out right here, and I really appreciate the shading on like the paint. It gives it some extra depth from where the thickness starts right here, and then the butt that kind of just like you have the little shape of the butt here, nice and firm, and then you got some back dimples right here. They added some back dimples. As you can see, not only did they like mold the butt and the thighs where she shows some extra thickness here. But yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty good piece here. She's giving off a really gorgeous look here, having her fingers running through her hair. I think that's my favorite part of this entire statue. It's her fingers going through her hair. Also this, of course, this. Look at that. Ugh. Beautiful. Overall, I like this piece. I do like this a lot better than Scarlet. But yeah, I guess that's it for my Bishoujo unboxing for their Baroness statue. I'm gonna close it off with a better look at the statue. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Ready?